Hello, I'm Congressmember Ջուդի Չու from the San Gabriel Valley, which includes our country's oldest Armenian American community in Pasadena. I want to thank Congressmember Brad Sherman and ANCA Executive Director Aram Hamparian for putting this event together today so that we can continue to raise our voices for those who cannot speak freely for themselves. Today is an incredibly heartbreaking milestone. 1,000 days since Armenian prisoners of war and civilian hostages were unlawfully detained by Azerbaijan. Following Azerbaijan's ethnic cleansing of the Armenian population of Artsakh in 2023, more than 100,000 Armenians were forced from their ancestral homeland. Today, at least 19 Armenian prisoners of war and civilian hostages remain in Azerbaijani custody, where they're subjected to abuse, torture, and denied their most basic human and legal rights. That's why I'm so grateful for Congressmember Brad Sherman's leadership in securing this bipartisan amendment in the House Foreign Affairs Committee, declaring it a sense of Congress that Azerbaijan should immediately and unconditionally release all Armenian prisoners of war and political prisoners. These detainees deserve justice, they deserve due process, and they deserve to come home. We cannot allow the world to look away. Now, I have been proud to stand with the Armenian American community for many, many years. Back in 2019, I was so deeply honored to vote for the Armenian Genocide Resolution when it finally passed out of the House after decades of advocacy. And I also made it my mission to go to Armenia and then had the privilege of going to Artsakh. And in fact, I was one of the few members of Congress to be able to visit Artsakh before its people were forcibly displaced. Before my trip, Azerbaijani representatives urged me not to go and warned that there would be consequences. But I went anyway because I believed the world needed to see the Armenian people, their communities, their churches, and their deep connection to their homeland. And in fact, it also breaks my heart to think of Artsakh being destroyed and its population now in Armenia and other places as refugees. And you know what? I am so glad I saw how beautiful Artsakh was, because when I came back, I found I was banned from entering Azerbaijan. But I wear this as a badge of honor. Because if standing up for human rights means I'm no longer welcome in Azerbaijan, then that only strengthens my determination to keep fighting for justice for the Armenian people. So we must make sure that the people of Artsakh can return. We must make sure that the cultural and religious artifacts are maintained intact, and we must secure the return of the political prisoners from Azerbaijan. So today, as we mark these 1,000 days, we send a clear message. These prisoners have not been forgotten, their families have not been forgotten, and the people of Artsakh have not been forgotten. And we will not stop speaking out until every prisoner is released and the Armenian people can live in peace, security, and dignity. Thank you.